Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Would you sleep with sick women?
I may be pregnant, but I am still a man.
Spank the unruly ones.
It's indecent, it's vulgar, it's blasphemous.
I'm gonna ride you till you can't stand up.
Come on, let's go down.
All right, keep your shirt on.
LoveLine's meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Here's LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
A addiction medicine specialist. He's a board-certified physician.
And addiction.
And
Unfortunately,
and okay. He's a board-certified physician and a addiction medicine specialist.
The vowels.
And addiction medicine specialist.
And the word starts with a vowel.
All right. Come on, Ann's going to come in and start yelling for a second. What about the vowels and the consonants?
You don't want to hear.
Let's not turn this into a racial thing, Drew. Let's just move on with the show. You know how I feel about the consonants. No guests tonight. Thank God. Boy, do I hate guests. Except for tomorrow night when my hero John Hyatt comes in here.
You're going to be here at 6 o'clock in the evening just waiting.
I'll be here tuning up.
Yeah.
Going over all the equipment.
Are you going to play something tomorrow with him?
I don't know. He's a incredible live performer. And, you know, he's one of these guys that doesn't really need a band. Just washboard and his voice is good enough. Great singer, great songwriter, and a guy I've enjoyed for many, many years. So it is, and Ann worked hard to get him on the show. I worked hard on Ann to get him on the show. He's in town. He lives in Memphis. He writes songs for everybody else.
Wow.
But it'll be a real treat for me to see him tomorrow night. Okay. So I'm looking forward to that. And tonight, I'm looking forward to not having any guests because that's the way I like it. Unless it's someone I've been idolizing for a while. Drew, anything go on with you today?
I did that Charles Grodin thing.
Oh, that menagerie.
I think that's,
That is a menagerie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a circus, yeah.
Grodin's got the greatest gig in the world. He just sits there and throws anchovy to the seals.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a yell fest.
What is that?
I actually ended at one point going, "Excuse me," with my hands around my mouth.
All right, let's not do that show anymore. Because every time I do it, they put me on. This is what happens, by the way, when you're a marginal celebrity like myself or Drew. They take 15 other marginal celebrities. It's not like you and Tom Hanks and Robert Redford.
Right.
It's you sandwiched between Ruth Buzzy and Jim J. Bullock, and then it just turns into a big cluster F because these are people that haven't been on TV or radio in a long time, and the only time they get on is in these cluster Fs where they put a whole bunch of marginal people together, and then it just turns into a big thing where everyone jockeys for time.
Yeah, it's a yell fest.
Let's not do that anymore. Why does TV, here's the way TV thinks. Well, if we can why have one guest that we can actually have a conversation with when we can have 15 people that all yell at once and maybe people, maybe everyone's sensibilities will be drowned out by the white noise of everyone yelling in unison.
It's the Geraldo School of Television, let's face it.
Right.
Or the show we were on, Lisa.
Holy Christ. Jesus, I've never seen people wanting to kill an hour more in the Lisa show. We just sat up there sandwiched between a whole bunch of other marginal celebrities, and actually, Drew and I just sat there. I don't think we said a goddamn word that whole show.
Practically not.
All right. Well, anyway, let's not do that anymore.
All right.
All right?
Or if we do
I sit there and make an ass of myself, but... Oh, hey, that was me last time I was on.
But if we do it, I don't mind, because I like the sort of format. Let's just make sure there's not 12 people with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's have an open discussion.
I don't think we're not going to do it alone.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Then we won't do it.
So we won't do it.
Yeah.
Okay. No more Grodin. Gina.
Yes.
You're 22.
I am. I tend to date guys who are have a lot of mental problems, and because I want to fix them, I want to repair them.
What was wrong with your dad?
My dad was he was a drug addict, and
do you see the correlation there?
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to Al-Anon or anything like that?
Women want to fix guys want to fix cars. That's really the problem in life.
I think the guys that she picks want to fix heroin.
Oh, okay. They want to fix a rig. Yeah. You want to fix them.
Yeah.
And their parents want to fix the heroin problem.
I think I want to fix them because I like my mother didn't even try to fix my father.
That was probably a healthier position than the one you're taking.
But I mean, she didn't even attempt to
You can't.
But you can, if you're married to
What do you mean you can't? You're married to somebody, they have a drug problem, you can't
What you can do
intervene?
is-
I mean, she didn't even, like, encourage him to try to get help. She
Yeah,
was
but
just like,
long before you were aware of what was going on, maybe she had, right?
I don't know.
There's just about all you can do once it really gets out of hand is say, stop or I'm leaving.
Right.
That's it. Or there's another tact. You can get yourself better. You can start going to codependency groups, get a 12-step approach to your own issues. And it turns out what happens is the partner then starts growing away from the spouse, and the spouse kind of panics and oftentimes will do something about their addiction.
Right.
But this person's, hold on, Gina, is this person addicted or are they just nuts?
When? Like, the ones I date now?
Yeah.
Some of them are addicted, and some of them are just nuts.
Mm-hmm.
It depends, you know.
Who you with now?
I'm not with anyone right now.
Oh, that's good.
Which is good, because that's my plan. I'm trying to take a break.
But why don't you fix that in yourself that that motivates you to need to fix somebody else?
I know.
That's why she's calling, Drew. Don't be a
then
hard
go-
ass.
But no, I'm not being hard ass. But why not go to some Al-Anon, go to some codependency? If you don't want to take advantage of community-based 12-step resources, then you need therapy.
And there's, like, more. My mother kidnapped me from my father.
Mothers?
My mother.
Yeah.
No, just my mother.
I don't think parents can technically kidnap their own
No.
kids, can
Oh,
they?
yeah.
They can just take them.
They were divorced, and she just packed up and didn't tell him where we were going and moved 1,200 miles away. And-
Look, there's no doubt, Gina, there's a lot of stuff going on here.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, but your mom was smart because the guy was a drug addict, right? Well,
I guess. I mean,
she's
I don't
not in Mensa,
that.
but I mean, she's smart enough to get away from him after she was stupid enough to marry him.
Right.
Okay.
But I just recently reunited with him after 13 years,
Yeah.
and he's very normal now.
Is he
Because, you know, he's older.
Is he in recovery?
Huh?
Is he in recovery?
He had a heart attack and totally straightened his life about.
Heart attack is God's 12-step.
It is.
A heart attack is God's one-step program. That says,
Well-
pow, up, you're better.
You know
You're
what?
off the...
It motivates them to do the work they need to do. They don't just get better. I mean, witness all the tobacco addicts who
Right.
keep smoking through their tracheas and keep smoking after their heart attacks and things. Those are real. Those are addicts too.
Yeah, but that's not a large percentage of tobacco addicts, is it? I mean, you always hear about that.
No,
but
no. To
it's
me,
not-
it's common, and to me that distinguishes the addict tobacco user from the just dependent tobacco user.
Right.
The addicts are the ones that still smoking through their trachea.
I'd like to smoke through my trachea just so I can smoke 2 cigarettes at once. Wouldn't that be good, Drew?
Doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work that way? Oh. All right, Gina,
Yes.
do the whole Al-Anon wiggle. I think that's your angle.
Really think that'll...
Oh, absolutely.
Get a sponsor.
Probably not, but get a sponsor, do the Al-Anon.
She has to do something. She's got to do something, or this behavior will not change.
And we never did figure out what Al-Anon stood for, did it? Because it's not really a full acronym.
Right.
It's like OBGYN or something.
Right.
Which is
Have the first few letters of 2 words.
the first few letters, and then, right, but the OB,
Somebody did call us and tell us what it was, remember?
Oh, yeah.
It didn't make any much sense.
Are
to
you
us.
kidding? Sasha.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, you're 23. You're on LoveLine. What's going on?
Yep, actually, I have a request for Adam before I ask my question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You did an impression of some guy, and I can't remember his name, but it was very funny.
Do it again.
It must have been my Gregory Peck.
Do you do any impression?
I do a Gregory Pecker, which is a...
Do you do any impression?
No,
It doesn't sound right. I think he was a psychiatrist.
Oh, David Viscott. You did that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. It was very funny.
That's Sherry's personal favorite. David Viscott is a guy who passed away 4 or 5, 3? Not that long ago. You know, I think people is within a year. Oh,
No,
for
it was
Christ's
more than
sake,
that.
he didn't die
No,
within a year ago.
2 years ago.
Oh, it's a battle. It's a clash of the morons over here. Come on. 2 years ago?
Yes.
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know. For me, it's like Elizabeth Montgomery. I thought died 10 years ago. She died 18 months ago or something like that. But I guess her career died like 10 years ago. But the point is David Viscott is a guy who is sort of the guru of talk radio psychologists. He'd been doing it years before anyone else. He was out here in L.A. on KBC for many years. My whole family would listen to Viscott. As a matter of fact, one time I heard my stepdad calling in.
No.
Yes.
Oh my God. What was he asking?
He was having some beef with their neighbor. My mom's neighbor or his neighbor, but he ended up bringing me and my sister into it. It was it's kind of bizarre, damaging, and surreal all at the same time. Now I get to pay him back by talking about my stepdad on a radio show. Right. Anyway, I've come full circle. But Viscott passed away a few years ago, and I do a mediocre impersonation of the guy, but I always enjoyed
Let's
him.
do it later.
You want to do it later? Oh,
Go ahead,
piss
do it.
off. All right, but we'll have to start with your call, okay, Sasha?
Oh, no, don't do it with me.
No, we'll have to do it with you.
All right.
All right, hold on. I'm going to put you on hold, and I'm going to come back to you.
Okay.
All right.
Why?
Because if I'm going to do a Viscott, I need to find my motivation. You don't just kickstart art, Drew.
I see.
Art doesn't just happen.
Yeah, we'll witness that.
Shh, give me a moment. All right, let's go to the phones, my friend, and talk to Sasha. Sasha, 23, what's happening, my friend?
Actually, I was wondering if you can become addicted to alcohol. If
Wait,
you don't
stop.
have the-
Wait, go back. Right there. What was that? What was that with the way? Did you hear the way she said alcohol? She said alcohol like she was calling out the name of a loved one. Did you notice that, Drew?
Not exactly.
You didn't notice?
No.
All right, Sasha, continue.
That's it.
You wanted to know if one could become addicted to alcohol.
Right, if you don't have the gene.
My friend, it's not germane whether the gene is present or not. One can be addicted to anything. If you read my book, Swimming Against the Tide, Self-Mastery in the 90s, there's a whole chapter there about becoming addicted to life, addicted to love, addicted to Molly McButter, addicted to many substances we use in our everyday. Sasha, I want you to come from a place of non-addiction.
Okay.
Go to that place. Wait. Here's what I want you to do. Go back.
there
Stop.
already.
No, wait. No, go back. Go back to that place in you where
Sasha,
love lives
aren't
and
you-
addiction is dead.
Aren't you glad you requested this?
So, what was that laugh, my friend? What was that?
It's possible this will continue for quite some time.
It's what?
Sasha,
Yeah?
May I speak?
I need you to come from a place of sobriety. Can you
I'm
do
there,
that?
man.
All right, Sasha.
When did you
Yeah.
get sober?
I've always been sober.
All right, stop. Wait. Go back. What was that always?
My head is exploding.
Okay, my friend. My friend, in order to heal,
I'm blaming Sherry and Sasha for this
in
one.
order to heal the corns of life, we must slip on the moccasins of love.
Okay. You put those-
Go to that place
I'll
where the
go there.
moccasins are.
Is it-
All right, my
maybe,
friend.
Maybe they'll make a leather
Drew,
sack,
you're
too.
very
I can tell you.
passive. Wait,
No,
Drew.
that's overtly
No,
aggressive.
stop. Wait.
Oh.
Right there. What was that?
Aggression.
What was that aggression?
That was aggression.
All right, now go back to that place where the aggression emanated.
Somebody spank me.
All right, my friend. I'm going to let my friend Dr. Who? Drew? He's going to talk to you about this addiction.
Okay, thank you.
Sasha.
Uh-huh.
The vast majority of people with addictions seem to have a genetic predisposition. The majority of that group have something in their family history that our culture would typically call alcoholism.
I'm going to cover this on my Come From Love cruise.
I would love to see us someday get rid of the acronyms or the names that apply to particular drugs that people are using and ultimately one day call addiction like reward system
Hold on.
activation disorder.
Stop, wait. What was that? You called it a Doug. Is there someone named Doug?
Yes.
Are you thinking about a Doug?
No.
Doug
Maybe.
Llewellyn?
Reward system activation disorder is what I'd rather we call it rather than alcoholism or addiction or anything else. But
How can you tell if you have that?
well, if you have a family history, if there's alcoholism anywhere, it's about a 50% probability that you could inherit that gene if your mom or dad have evidence of the disease. Now, understand that there are a small percentage of people with dependency on alcohol who do not have the gene. Schizophrenics have a slightly higher incidence of addiction to alcohol. People with certain types of personality disorders, particularly borderline personalities, use substances to contain feelings. They have no other way to contain these chaotic feelings they
Well,
have.
my friend, you can't contain feelings by
and they use
using
substances
medication.
to the point of addiction sometimes. But the majority, the significant significant majority have evidence of a genetic basis.
Okay. So what my partner, Dr. Drew, is saying is...
Well, thank you for remembering my name. I appreciate that.
You can't contain these feelings. It's important to stop, wait, and go back and come from a place of love instead of a place of addiction.
Would you call the police, please?
Matt?
Yeah.
You're 22.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing.
I was just wondering, I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's about aggressive flatulence.
Aggressive flatulence.
Yeah, it's a term I heard within the last couple of years. Don't exactly remember.
Does that mean a lot of gas, or does that mean like farting on people's heads?
No, okay, see, when I get to work, for some reason, the second I step in the door...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Basically.
You're saying that it's something you're acting out as a way of aggressing against your employer.
I have no idea.
Is that what you're suggesting?
Pardon?
You're suggesting that because you feel aggressive about your place of work, you act this out. This happens.
I suppose, but I don't really have, aggressive feelings with my employer.
Yeah, you know what this really is. First of all, there's a couple things. Do you eat anything peculiar when you're there or for breakfast or anything like that? Any strange dietary habits?
Not that I can think of. I mean...
You want any medications?
Coffee. I work in a bookstore with a cafe.
You know any medication or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
You break wind in a bookstore, everybody knows. It's not like working on some assembly line where you can just break wind, all day long.
The fans.
Right.
I think this is your theory of nerve gas.
Yeah.
That he has an irritable bowel syndrome, and that when he gets in stress or if he's drinking a lot of coffee, this stuff gets stimulated, and there it goes.
Coffee will definitely bring it on, and
anxiety will, nervousness.
Right.
For some people.
An uncomfortable environment.
Yeah.
I will always get nerve gas on the first gate. First gate?
We're not good.
First date. Absolutely, because you're trying to impress somebody. The juices are flowing, and I can always feel it. I always call it nerve gas. Best time to let it pass is opening their car door for them, and then walking around the back of the car and letting it go each step. And then if it falls you into the car, you blame it on the catalytic.
What should he do?
Drew, can I
finish? All right. Blame it on the catalytic converter. Okay. All right.
No, Drew. I can't even get to the punchline, can I? No. You just step right in as I get 3 syllables into my catalytic converter. I'm sorry, man. All right. What do you call farting into a coffee can and then getting one of your buddies to smell it?
Disgusting.
Would that be aggressive?
Yes.
That's novelty farting. That's novelty flatulence.
But
do you have any anxiety at work, Matt?
I don't know if I have any anxiety. It's just bizarre. It doesn't happen any other time. It seems the time I step into work until the time I leave.
I suspect part of an irritable bowel, but how should he handle it, Adam? You have this protocol for the first date. What should you do if you work in a bookstore in the coffee shop?
Well, I would only break wind when I fired up the espresso machine or the cappuccino thing, That's the time to let it go. And even if there's not a customer in the whole damn store, you just have to go fire up a batch of that stuff every half hour or so. But definitely, here's the deal. If someone hears you fart, they definitely know it's you. If they smell the fart, it could be one of a few people that are in the environment.
Yeah.
And people usually have the quiet dignity not to say anything.
But you always pretty much know who it is. Think about it.
I don't know. I've had people pin them on me, and then I start laughing so much that I think people think it's me. So keep a straight face. Only break wind when there's a distraction, a jet flying over, the cappuccino machine going at full blast, or something like that. And you can do what I do, which is time the throat clear with the wind breakage, which is diabolical. And Drew...
You know what the worst is?
Huh?
The ones that you think are going to be really quiet.
Yeah, and then they come flying out of there.
And you go,
Somebody spank me.
I know. That's just a breakdown of communication between you and your anus.
And I think you found a way to contain Adam, though. Just you're talking about a woman having gas. Adam shuddered. He was sort of startled.
Yeah.
It scared him.
No. Yeah, it did. Oh. Although, hands I could take.
But here, Matt, taking more bulk in your diet might help with this. Things like bran, Metamucil, Citracel. Take a couple tablespoons of that a day. That might help out.
And you got to kind of do your business before you head into work. As the piston gets to the end of its throw, it seems to be that the compression goes up. You know what I'm saying, Drew? You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. Matt, what did you say?
You go to the bathroom before you go into work, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the worst is those places where you work where they have the unisex bathroom and it's real small and there's no fan in the ceiling and there's no window or anything and somebody goes in there and does some damage. We used to when I was in the theater troupe, there was like 12 people in the troupe and there was one bathroom the size of a broom closet. And talk about nerve gas. Do a good improv show for a couple hours on a Saturday night and people get in there and then what happens is you walk in, you take a few steps in, you shut the door behind you, you think to yourself, holy Christ, I'm going to go out in the alley. You open the door and exit, and inevitably there's somebody standing there. And then what do? Do you say something or you just keep moving? Very humiliating. All right, let's just sell this one before we go to break. Bill?
Yes.
You're 23.
Yes. Got a question. Either one of you can answer it. I've been married to my wife for 11 months. She has yet to have an orgasm. She didn't become real sexually active until later on in life, and to my knowledge, she's never had one. We've experimented with different positions, different techniques.
All right. Drew?
Yeah.
You know the answer to this one, don't you?
Yeah, we're working on it.
You got to break some wind during the love make.
Nice. That's nice.
I just try to mix the calls. All right, Bill, we're going to go to break. When we come back, we will open her up like a thesaurus and give you an answer.
I don't go in for these backdoor shenanigans. Shenanigans.
Sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Shenanigans.
Chips, dips, chains, whips.
Shenanigans.
Basic high school orgy type of thing.
LoveLine will be right back. WEBN.
Shenanigans. Shenanigans. Shenanigans.
Hi, this is David Allen Greer, and you are listening to LoveLine with Adam Carolla and the one and only Dr. Drew.
Yes, you is. We really like David Allen Greer. He's just he's a gentleman. He's a nice guy. He's funny.
Smart.
Drew always likes those smart guys. Phone number for LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number, 310-854-4455. I don't know here. All right. When we left off, we were speaking of Bill. Were we not?
Yep.
Yeah, Bill's 23. He's been married for 11 months. His wife's had limited experience in the sack and, to the best of his knowledge, has never had an orgasm. Bill?
Yes. Well, two corrections. She was limited for a long time. Once she discovered sex, she became quite proficient at it. Second thing is, she's told me she's never had an orgasm.
Right. All right. So far, I was right on both accounts because he told us she'd had limited sexual experience and, to the best of your knowledge, Bill, which means she told you she's never had an orgasm. She's never had an orgasm. But she could be lying. You never know.
Could be, but I doubt it.
Okay. All right. So you trust her.
Yes, sir.
So she's never had an orgasm alone.
Never had one at all.
How long?
This would seem like the place to start.
How old is she?
She's 20.
How long has she been sexually active?
2 years, 3 years.
It's all been with you?
No.
No, didn't she already said?
Yeah, but I wasn't clear what he was telling us.
I wish I had a orgasm tally where there was orgasms alone and orgasm with a partner.
You'd win. You'd win by yourself.
Oh, hands on or hands down. I mean, but please, are you kidding?
Hand down.
It would really be like, I believe. Hold on a second, Bill. I think some of the funniest things in the world would be if you could get God or the great statistician in the sky to come back and tell you stuff. Like how many times you've done this or how many lineal feet of number 2 you've extruded from yourself or something like, just bizarre stuff. Like, would reach from here to Montana and then back or something. Just bizarre factoid type stuff. But I can tell you right now that if I ever had that number in front of me, I would break down and cry like a baby.
Why?
Because it would be pathetic. It would be like 10,722
Solo.
With a partner, 41. I mean, it would be something like that. And then there's two miscellaneous where you were alone, but your roommate was in the room, and we didn't know where to put those. All right. Bill?
Yes.
So, does she seem to enjoy sex even though she's not achieving the orgasm?
Yes. It kind of discourages her because she doesn't have an orgasm. What she does is she's really uninhibited up until the point she starts to reach the climax. And whatever I'm doing, she has me quit.
Yeah, enough said. That's psychological. Yeah.
Could be.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you know what this is?
Fear of intimacy. Fear of losing control.
That's right. Where's Papa?
Who's Papa?
Her dad, yeah.
He's very in the picture.
Maybe a little too much.
I doubt it.
No?
Very stable.
Very stable, huh? Why does she have trouble, being vulnerable with men then? That's what that is. She could have it, but she'll stop you, right?
Correct.
Or at least in theory she could have it.
Think about it. This is with her husband.
Right.
And we have a 5-month-old, so it's not like we haven't tried.
You think at least she could have the dignity to fake it. That's the only...
I think she cares about me too much to do that.
Well...
Adam would suggest that if she cared about you so much, she would fake it.
That's exactly what I was getting at, Bill. She really loved you. Let me tell you, it's... hey, Drew... Yeah. When your kid basically puts finger paint in their mouth and then vomits onto a piece of construction paper, what do you do with it?
That's the most wonderful thing
ever.
That's
the Mona Lisa. It's going right on in the fridge. Now, it's a piece of crap, but you lie. Why? Because you love them. Thank you, Bill. All right, Bill. She has an emotional block here, and you have to get to that. She does not want to cross that intimacy border.
For some reason.
And for men, it doesn't matter. A guy will screw a stranger in an elevator and have an orgasm. It doesn't matter. Guys, this is why they have inflatable dolls for guys. If they had inflatable dolls for women, they'd start going around with them. You know what I mean? If the inflatable doll could give them an orgasm, they'd be showing up at a Christmas party with the thing.
No, it's just something that's really more concerns her. It's not that big of an issue.
Well, there's a block going on, and it's emotional, and she's... it's not to be taken lightly. I mean, she's stopping herself because she does not want to she doesn't want to let herself go.
I mean, it's possible.
That's exactly what she says, is she's afraid of losing control.
Right.
And that kind of worries me,
But it's not losing control in the sense that she's screaming and waking up the neighbors. It's losing emotional control and becoming very vulnerable.
Right.
Because then, if she ever caught you cheating or you left her or anything like that, she'd be a mess.
Right. She feels it's sort of what she retains for herself. She withholds a little bit.
Right.
As a way of protecting herself against loss, I guess. Something like that.
Right.
And there could be some mechanical issues. I mean, she does need to sort of explore on her own.
Right. Men withhold in their own way, but it's never... the sperm is community property. They withhold other things emotionally. All right, Drew?
What?
When a man withholds from a woman, it's not the orgasm he withholds.
Right.
He's got plenty of that.
Right. It's time and closeness. And
right. It's a different kind of intimacy. Jay.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, you're 25.
How you doing?
Good.
My scoop is that I recently broke up with my first love, and which I had gotten back together with, over the years. We started going out when we were 14 or 15. Went out for a long time until senior year in high school. Broke up for 4 or 5 years. Got back together.
What's your question for us?
I'm sorry.
What is your question for us? for a whole year we were back together. What is your question? Just try to get right to the question.
Drew, you're all business tonight.
No, because I can tell we're not going to go anywhere if we don't find out the question is first.
Love or lust.
Jay's got that skipping jukebox syndrome where you just have to go over there and kick him. You can't just sit there and wait for the song to get back on track. Peggy Lee's not going to do it on her own. You got to go over there and like put your knee into the side of it. All right, Jay, that is you. I'm now officially here. I go.
And well, anyway, the whole time, my question is, I don't know. How do you know when it's true love or not? And I mean, I'm thinking about it and trying to make a judgment, and or trying to come up with an answer. And I'm still thinking about her a lot. And
no, you loved her enough for it to be a great loss when you were without her. Whatever that relationship was, whether it was built on some initial physical attraction. Lust is really about fantasy and physical attraction, and that is something that ends very quickly in a relationship.
Right. That's why you got to get a new one.
Well, right. And if he was with her for a long time and he misses her when she's not with her, it may not be the perfect relationship, may not be a great relationship, may not be the right relationship, but it's certainly somebody you cared a great deal about, and should be sort of dealt with accordingly in terms of the respect you offer that relationship. But it may be some time for it to end and just get on with things. Deal with the loss. Don't sit around and intellectualize whether or not you should have the loss. Have the loss.
Rebecca.
Hi.
Hey, you're 18.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, I saw you guys at the HF Festival. You guys rule.
I wasn't there.
Drew wasn't there. That was me and my bitch. That was a transvestite guy I hooked up with in D.C.
Because, I was there, and, we're sitting up, and my friends were like, that's Dr. Drew and Adam. I was like, what?
That was Kevin Wedley and Adam.
Yeah, that was a program director from K-Rock and Adam.
Someone's being an imposter, then.
No, I was there, but Drew was not.
Oh, okay.
I vomited 15 times the night before after eating that goddamn soft shell crab.
Oh, no. Okay, anyway. All right, this is the problem. Okay. Beginning of October, I got into a very large fight with my dad and my brother. My brother had, locked me in my upstairs storage room, wouldn't let me out until I gave him, an answer that he wanted. Called for my father to help. He gave me no help. So I left. I went into sleep. My boyfriend was showing up to pick up something, so I just kind of got in the car and said, take me, drop me off wherever. Stayed at my friend's house. Next day I go to work. Got a phone call on my father's answering machine saying, I better give him a phone call if I want to come home. It's in my best interest. So I gave him a phone call, and then he told me, well, you're not allowed to come home until you see a therapist.
How old's your dad?
45, but he acts like he's 12.
And how old's your brother?
Oh, my brother's 23 and acts even worse.
And when your dad says see a therapist, does he mean in a therapeutic environment or sexually?
Keep going.
Therapeutic environment.
I see. Okay, because a lot of therapists do that.
Basically, I had gone to a special school where I had therapy every day within my school program.
Why?
Why? Okay. Well,
people are always surprised when they give these bizarre. Hold on a second. Our listeners, the only listeners in the world, who go, I used to hang with the Maharishi for a while and train cobras. Why? Well, why? Where the hell was she?
It's for you.
Yeah.
What?
All right, Rebecca?
Yeah. Why did I go there? Okay. I started high school. Okay, when I was 8, my parents got separated. When I was 10, they got divorced. When I was 11 to about 12 and a half, I was physically abused by my brother.
Oh, boy.
And my father was very mentally and emotionally abusive. And everything, I just let it all build up. And I would go to school and look at pieces of paper during classes and draw circles. That's how I let it out. So the school said, we're sorry, Mr. Kemp, your daughter has emotional problems and we can't help her here. Send her here. So they sent me to the school, and
by the way, Rebecca, I'm sure you did quite a bit more than just drawing circles, okay?
No.
Let's be realistic about this.
Let me clear this with you.
Listen, at LA Unified, they're elated if a kid just sits and draws circles. They give him an A and move along to the next grade. This kid's a genius.
I never have done drugs, and I've never drank alcohol. I am a past epileptic.
Yeah, well, we're not talking about what you didn't do. We're talking about what you did do.
What I did do?
You must have acted out in school in some way.
I cried.
Yeah.
That's about it.
You cried every time the bell rang or something, right?
No, I would just start crying.
Oh, okay. All right, that's maybe more...
You get a little hysterical, probably, too.
A little hysterical?
No.
Just crying?
Yeah.
But they probably reacted to that more than the spheres you were drawing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you hear voices or anything like that?
No, not at all.
Just the ones telling you to stop crying and quit drawing those damn circles?
No, it would be normally my friend smacking me, going, "What the hell's wrong with you?"
All right.
My mom moved away to Florida when I was in 6th grade. So me and her, we're very close now. But we're
all right, but listen, here's the deal, Rebecca. I know we've been screwing around with you. But we're running late for break here. Your brother was physically abusive and still is at age 23 and living at home, or maybe he just comes home on weekends to abuse you. This guy's got serious troubles. Thank God you're only his sister, not his girlfriend, because she's in a quiet. She's in a world of hurt. Your dad sounds like a screwball too to let all this stuff go on.
But at least he knows there needs to be some professional intervention and things are getting out of control again.
Right. So whether your dad threatened you with it or not, I think therapy is a nice alternative.
Yep.
I don't say that you should necessarily forgive your brother. I don't think you owe your dad an apology, but you certainly owe it to yourself to get a little therapy and stop the circles.
Yep.
Okay.
I began to float up and away from my body.
Lady, you better get back here. If you're not here when LoveLine returns, they're going to be pissed.
Float.
WEBN.
We're not keeping you up, are we?
I'm pitching a tent.
Oh, that's good. It's LoveLine.
WEBN.
Hi, this is Stephen Perkins from Porno for Pyros, and you're listening to LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Yeah, that's a drummer, right? Nice guy. Remember him?
Yep.
No, you don't.
I do.
You didn't know Porno for Pyros is. Who's in Porno for Pyros? Not you, Ann. Drew? Drew's all right, okay. Smart ass Drew. Hey, shit, you could have thrown a name out, for Christ's sake. Oh, please, it's exciting to us. This is good radio. Not good radio for everyone else, but good radio in the studio.
For you, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right, Mike, I'm going to put one of those crickets in your ass. Phone number for LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. Forget the fax number. And let's just go to the phones here. John?
Yeah.
You're 19?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say, Adam, Drew, I love the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, this is the guy that waited. Look at this.
Oh, yeah, you were on hold last night for 126 minutes, and then I talked to you for about 30 seconds before the show ended, right?
Right.
God bless you. What's going on with you?
Well, on Sunday,
Smokes a little pot.
I had a lot to drink.
Do you smoke a little pot? Yeah.
Well,
nope.
Not a little, but...
You got to be high to stay on hold for an hour and 26 minutes.
Well, actually, I probably would have been asleep if I were high last night.
Pardon me, 126 minutes. Jesus. All right, so anyway.
Well, I had I guess a lot to drink on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got home, and I was surprised I was still standing, I noticed that my face was numb. And
The entire face?
Well, yeah, my entire face, my hands, and the bottom of my feet.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
And my face still stayed a little bit numb, and so did my thumbs. They were still numb a little bit last night, too.
Huh. So it lasted a couple of days afterwards?
Yeah.
I'm going with stroke.
No, it wouldn't be symmetric like that.
Stroke only gives one side?
Yeah.
His whole face. Isn't there a front and a back with a stroke? No. You don't hear about that.
No, there isn't a front and the back.
Well, it wasn't exactly like really, really numb. I could still move my face and everything, but I couldn't feel it.
The most common thing to cause numbness to the face and hands would be hyperventilation. So if you were hyperventilating because of the intoxication, that certainly could do it.
Well, I wasn't really hyperventilating.
I don't mean you have to be huffing and puffing. I mean, if you're just breathing a couple times per minute more than your body needs, you'll be blowing off enough carbon dioxide to cause that to happen.
Yeah, but isn't booze a depressant? Doesn't it slow everything down?
But it can cause some funny breathing patterns, really can. But I'm not convinced that's what this is, though. I don't know what this is. I would worry about neuropathy, which
never happened before the night of boozing on Sunday.
No, I got drunk on Friday too, and it didn't, or at least I didn't pay attention to it.
When you say your face, did it include your forehead?
Well, I didn't really. Well, I guess I checked up there too, but I didn't feel really anything.
But there was no motor difficulty. You can move the extremities. You can move your face.
Yeah, I could move everything just fine. I just couldn't feel like.
Is this numb? Boy, that's the time for a Pearson. That's Pearson time. Did you do your nostril while you're in that state?
No, but I've done it once before, but I had it closed because.
But like a fool.
Were you doing any nitrous that night?
Nitrous?
Yeah.
No. Well, about a week before that, I did a little bit of rock cocaine.
A little rock cocaine.
Yeah.
Okay. And any other substances you were using?
Excuse me?
Any other substances you've been using?
Well, I've used
besides pot.
I've used a lot of stuff, but I don't necessarily use it often.
How about recently?
Recently? Well, just weed and just the rock.
Okay.
So he's just on booze, weed, and crack.
And a little nitrous and X here and there.
Maybe some nitrous and X, and a sprinkling of X and nitrous, and maybe a couple of poppers. But it doesn't really sound like he has much of a drug history, Drew. What else could it be? Could he have pinched a nerve in the small of his back? What could this be?
Drugs.
All right. Go easy on the drugs, John. You think you can do that?
Well, kind of, yeah. It kind of helps a lot to calm
you down. The rock cocaine sort of mellows you out.
Well, that I don't do very often.
I see.
I just sometimes you know how that goes, and you just
you get wild hair. I do that. I'm sitting home and I'm thinking,
with the weed, that's
it's nothing on TV. Let's get out the crack pipe.
The weed is just every weekend. It's something fun to do.
Right. All right, John, you're living at home, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What a surprise. How's school going?
Junior college.
Junior college. I'm absolutely floored now, John. Everything I said about junior college was, oh, no, wait a minute. I'm dead on. That's right. What are you studying in junior college, or do you know? They don't really make you study anything there. Huh?
Biology pre-med.
Pre-med. Good. You can resuscitate yourself after your heart stops from the rock cocaine.
Well, I don't plan on continuing. Well,
they shouldn't even have pre-med at junior college. Well, anyone who signs up for pre-med at college, junior college, get serious, buddy. You wouldn't have had straight D's in high school if you were pre-med material.
Good grades in high school. It's just I started having personal problems, so I had to drop out of.
What kind of personal problems?
Just things came back from the past, and it's just
like what?
It's really hard for me to talk about. It's
some abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder, again, those sorts of emotional experiences, and then when you're loaded, and God knows what you said or did, people can react to that and hyperventilate and have emotional reactions, and maybe that's more what's going on here.
All right, but let's look at the bigger picture. There's a few skeletons in the closet. There was some abuse in the past. There's using the drugs to get away.
Right. Escape from that.
Right. And I don't really advocate using the booze or the drugs to escape.
Well, if somebody needs treatment for an unsustainable state of affect, an emotional disturbance, they should get a treatment. They shouldn't be using illicit drugs which can only damage and make the mood disturbances worse.
Right. Well, people just don't think that way, though, Drew. They don't have access to that sort of stuff. But anyway, John, thanks for holding for 126 minutes last night. And go easy on the drugs and start working on the therapeutic end of things and not so much the medication end of things. John.
Yeah.
You're 19, too. What's going on?
I'm the one that was on hold last night, though.
Oh, you're on hold?
I was the one that was on hold last night forever.
Well, it wasn't 126 minutes. I think the second place was 96 minutes or something like that.
I was on hold for at least 45 minutes, something like that. I'm not worried about that.
All right, John.
I can't relate to people.
Hold on a second. We got to go to another call.
Come up.
No, okay. You can't relate to people?
I can't relate to people. Well, I can. It's just I never can do it in the right. I don't know.
You can't relate to women, right?
Well, no. I'm 19.
Mm-hmm.
I manage a formal wear shop. I run a tuxedo store.
Right.
I'm the store manager. So
that means you are all class.
All the people who are managers also are much older than me.
Right.
How much older?
I think the next youngest one's 25.
Uh-huh.
So they resent me because I'm younger than them and I make as much money or more.
No, they don't really care.
Yeah,
well,
I agree.
No.
When we have our big company meetings, they do care.
They tell you how much they resent you.
Well, I mean, they all chat and everything, and nobody talks to me.
That has nothing to do with resenting.
No, they just don't like you. They don't resent you.
Yeah.
Listen, here's the deal. People, people constantly stuff emotions up other people's rectum and then hope that they regurgitate it onto them. It's like, oh, boy, I can tell that Ann, she's got it in for me. Ann got in a fight with her husband that night. That's all that is.
Right.
Yeah, well,
they don't care. You're 19. The guy's 25. Who gives a rat's ass?
Well, it's not just that.
What is it?
I can't relate to people my own age outside of work,
Why is that?
I think it probably stems back to my childhood.
What's the problem?
Well, my parents were divorced when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I had a very abusive father.
That's something. What did he do to you?
Beat you physically?
Yeah, beat me up, put me in closets.
Oh, boy.
Told me I wasn't his son.
Actually,
he'd take my brother away.
That's good news at that point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Took your brother away?
He'd take my brother away and give him Christmas presents and wouldn't give me any.
Well, so no wonder you're a little paranoid about people and relating to people.
Yeah, and then, like, my mom, I mean...
You expect people to mistreat you.
She was a very passive wife. I mean, he beat her and raped her and all that stuff.
Oh, boy.
Wonderful.
All right, so where's your dad now, by the way?
He lives in the same state, but I don't speak with him.
What's he do?
He's a mechanic. He's going nowhere, and I've accepted that.
Yeah. Oh, no, don't worry about that. Yeah.
And, I have my own apartment now. My mom lives with me now.
Right. All right. So here's the deal, John. You had a horrible childhood, a lot of trauma, stuff. I can't even imagine getting over this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I really can't. My parents weren't even abusive. I'm not over it.
Right. How can you trust anybody after the people that are supposed to be the most caring for you violate that?
Right. The good news is that John has at least has his life on order. I mean, on track. He's working. He's making money. He's out on his own.
Right.
He has the mechanical part of life down, which is nice.
Right.
And what you do is you just start scratching away at the emotional end. I mean, you can't get to the therapist if you don't have a car. Wait, that's going to be the name of my next book.
Good.
You got to get your car. You got to pay your insurance.
He pushes you away. He's so aggressive and anxious and angry. He's pushing you away.
Because his dad locked him in a effing closet.
I understand, but he's got to let that down a little bit and start giving people a chance to come into his life in a meaningful way.
Okay. Here's my message to everyone. People really don't give a rat's ass about you.
That's true.
And that's not bad. They just don't. They're into their own scene. Everyone walks around into their own scene, projecting on everybody else, wondering why everyone is plotting, scheming, and attacking. And then the same guy you think is plotting and scheming against you thinks you're plotting and scheming against him.
Right.
And for me, I think it's that David Hasselhoff who has it out for me, because I've moved into the celebrity realm with this. They don't care. So get some therapy and stop projecting.
Why don't you try rapping at this time?
Yo, kick some flavor and stuff in LoveLine. I'll be right back in a minute.
I'm sorry, that was really bad.
You're just not street like me.
WEBN. We're the G spot on your radio dial.
Oh, yeah, right there.
LoveLine on 102.7.
Oh.
WEBN, Cincinnati.
What is LoveLine? You give advice on MTV?
I sit there and make an ass of myself, but Dr. Drew, who's a actual medical physician...
You have a medical person
advice.
sitting with you? Do you really?
Certainly.
I see.
What, don't you read the bio, Charles? Come on.
No, I didn't.
Oh, a little snippet from my last appearance on the great Charles Grodin show. Boy, what a gig.
His gig.
Yeah. It's the kind of gig I need.
I investigated a little bit about him today. I tried to figure out where he went to college and that kind of stuff. Or did he go to college?
Guessing he went to rug making school or something.
He went to University of Miami, apparently.
All right.
Wasn't there no quite clear what he studied or if he finished? Or... That's nice.
I'm just spitting in the trash can.
Nice. Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, Jesus Christ, be quiet. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I just hope when I'm, in my, whatever Grodin is, 51, 52 or something like that, somebody puts me out to pasture with a nice gig like that. I just sit there and talk to a bunch of hungry, half-baked celebrities like yourself. And myself, for that matter. Allison.
Hi.
Hey, you're 21 now, man.
Yep.
What's going on?
You guys are great, by the way.
Thank you.
I have a question for Drew.
Yeah.
I was wondering if those lubricated, like, flavored lubricants, if they're ingestible.
I imagine they must be.
Yeah, why bother?
I mean, certainly aren't going to be toxic.
Yeah. I use this one that it was just flavored like soap the whole time.
Oh, that's nice.
As a matter of fact, I don't even know if it was one of those flavored ones. Yeah.
Nice.
It just tasted like soap.
Soap doesn't sound too good.
Yeah. Yeah, now that I look back on it, I don't think it was any special flavor. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just the taste of the actual lubricant. I may have been mistaken.
Also, do you know if, is it true that they disintegrate condoms?
The non-water-based, the petroleum-based lubricants can.
Okay.
What's up? You sound very clandestine about all this.
Clandestine. No, I was just curious.
Uh-huh. Oh, what are you doing with these things?
Nothing yet. Just doing a little research.
Once I brush my teeth with Vagisil.
Once I brush my teeth with Desitin.
Oh, really? What's that going, like diaper rash?
Yes, when the kids were in diapers.
Really?
Oh, it was
well,
horrible.
see, you're tired.
Oh, yeah, I was exhausted and I put down. Ugh.
I'm just stupid. You're tired. You have an excuse. So now you know what it feels like to be me when you're sleep deprived. Hey, Allison.
Uh-huh.
You have a boyfriend?
Yeah.
And is this something that you guys want to get involved in?
Yeah, we've been talking about it.
No.
We have or he has?
We both have.
What context does this come up?
We're just very open about what we do, and we've been talking about possibly using that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, now, let me try to figure something out about these flavored lubricants. You use the lubricant, like, on a condom or just right on your skin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then how do you, what do you need the lubricant for if it's going in your mouth? And if it's not going in your mouth, how are you going to get your mouth down there?
Why do you need the flavor, is what you're saying?
Yeah, why do you need the flavor?
Oh, just for...
This is why I was asking the question how this came up. I suspect there's something they're trying to work out here. Saying somebody suggested, let's add a flavor.
Yeah, but how do you... I don't understand why you need the lubricant if you're adding them. I got my eyes closed here, and I'm trying to picture...
What is it? That's what I'm asking. What is it they're trying to do here?
What are you trying to do, Allison?
Well, nothing yet. I don't know. I'm just curious.
Allison.
What the hell are you trying to do with these lubricants?
You're so open, you can't answer these simple questions.
Yeah.
This is not about being open. This is about you guys being uptight, about trying to figure some way out of some problem you're having.
What problem are you having?
None. What kind of problem do you think?
Well, why do you need the lubricants?
I don't know.
All right. Listen, you moron. Never call this show again. I hope the lubricant you get tastes like liver and onion. Goofballs. The hell do I want to talk to these people for? I don't know. Listen, if you don't know, don't call the effing show. Hope that condom explodes. Goofball. Jesus Christ. You give these people every opportunity in the world to try to draw a little something out of them. They can't even pull it together. These are like the people that go in people's court. You ever see these women that are wearing curlers and a muumuu? It's like, honey, where are you heading tonight? You got another TV gig? What are you hosting like the Cable Ace Awards? You're going into a courtroom, number one, you're going into court, which would, require or suggest that you get into some sort of apparel.
Or maybe one of those T-shirts. What was the one that...
I see guys on people's court they're wearing like Making Bacon T-shirts and two pigs getting it on. I'm thinking to myself, if I was the judge, it'd be guilty. That's it.
Yeah.
You can't even put on a goddamn clip-on tie.
Or just fine them for coming to the court that way.
Like comb your hair. It's contempt of fashion. That's what it is. You're on a national radio show asking a question about asking a question about yummy lubricants, and you can't even muster just a modicum of energy, even though we beg you. Carl?
Yes, sir.
Oh boy, you're 30. I'm 3 years older than you, and you sound like my grandfather. And he's been dead for 4 months.
I got a slight problem. My girlfriend...
Hold on. Carl, are you on the speakerphone? Yeah. All right. That's it. Boy, there's a cavalcade of morons tonight. What is it? Go out and check the moon, Drew.
It's coming.
Is it coming?
Yeah, it's tonight or tomorrow night.
This is just the beginning of the onslaught of idiots?
Yeah, full moon around Christmas.
Listen, when my hero John Hyde comes in tomorrow night, you idiots better not embarrass me with these
He'll probably
lame-ass
have a
questions.
terrible attitude, be a huge disappointment.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure of it. All right, Carl, just hang on, and when we come back to you, please do not be on the speakerphone. I understand people putting us on the speakerphone if they're on hold for an hour, but the second we come to you, then you immediately just pick up the phone. All right. Ben.
Yes.
You're 26.
Yes.
What's going on?
Well, I have a problem that you probably couldn't identify with.
All right. Moving on then. Jody.
Yes.
You're 21.
Okay. Dr. Drew.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Now I feel sorry for Ben. Hey, Ben.
Yes.
I'm back.
Okay.
All right, what's going on?
I'm having trouble achieving orgasm.
Are you on medication?
No, I'm not. I've been with my girlfriend for about 6 months. I really care for her a lot. And I don't know. She's coming out. She's going to be visiting in a couple of weeks. And I don't know what to do. She's been...
I have an idea. Can you orgasm when you masturbate?
Yeah.
Can you store that somehow? And then, tip over the mason jar?
Oh, my God.
Well, at least it would give her the satisfaction,
No,
Drew. Please, what
please.
about her? She's only in town for the weekend.
What is the problem you're having?
I'm just afraid that she's...
What is the nature of the problem? I'm not quite clear what you're saying. Takes too long, or it's
afraid that when I call her and talk to her, she seems like she's disappointed. I moved out just 2 months ago, and I just keep on getting the feeling that she's, she always talks to me like it's over, like I'm gonna find someone else, and I really care for her, and I don't know.
Why is she coming to visit you if she thinks it's over?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I don't know.
Why'd she move out?
She didn't move out. I moved from Chicago to here.
Where is here?
Tucson.
Boy, that was not smart at all, Ben.
Well, she told me
What
that...
the hell's going on in Tucson?
No, she told me I'm going to school and I'm starting a new life here.
Why are you starting a new life?
Well, I was in Chicago for the last 26 years. And I just needed to get out.
Why?
Why? A number of things. I mean, I don't like to think I was running away from some problems that I had there, but...
What are the problems? You have 3 seconds to give us an answer.
About the problems?
What are the problems?
That's it. Now, the about the proms question is what did it for me. What about the proms? You have 3 seconds to give us an answer. About the problems? All right, now who was that? Was that Ben?
Yeah.
See, I was so instinctively right to move on from him. All right, Ben, here's what I'm going to do.
Ben's got a lot of problems, and it's not just his girlfriend.
Yes, you got to move to Nova Scotia.
Yeah, but he's
Tucson.
running away from God knows what. I mean, that's what I wanted to find out. I mean, something is going on here. And to do a geographic like that accomplishes nothing.
And listen, Ben, if I may stay on my theme for tonight, which is berating the callers. When you say, I moved away to start a new life, it implies that there was something dramatically wrong with the old life and that you had to get away and start anew. Let me give you some examples of reasons people go away to start a new life. They come home and they see their house is on fire. And
everybody got killed in a plane accident.
Cop stops them from going in and tells them that the toddler and the new wife is still in there. And, devastation.
You leave then.
Big problems. Having big gambling debts and having the mob chasing you. These are reasons for going away and starting a new life. Now, then, when you put it that way and we inquire as to what it is, don't be surprised, by the way, when we inquire. And then come forward with the information. Or don't tell us you're going to start a new life in the first place. Ben, just hang on. We'll let you figure out the new life thing, and then we'll... get back to you a little bit later in the show. But yeah, Ben's very depressed.
I think there's some
there's problems?
Yeah.
More than just depression?
Yeah.
Really?
Identity stuff.
Jody?
Yes.
You're 21.
Yes, I'm bipolar, and so is my boyfriend. We've been talking very seriously about getting married and having children.
Great.
And we wanted to know how serious would be the possibilities of our child having bipolar syndrome as well, and how dangerous could it be?
Well, as you know, it has a familial pattern associated with it. Either of your parents?
Could they be quadpolar?
I have a schizophrenic and 4 bipolars in my family.
Yeah, so
There's 3 in his.
you see the way the gene tends to, or this predisposition tends to be passed
what does his family have, you say?
He has 3 people that are bipolar as well.
Yeah. So you know the answer to this.
Well, yeah, but I wanted to know, I mean...
Is the fact that 2 of you are coming together make it that much worse?
Right.
I don't know that that's true. I don't know that it's not true, frankly. I would suspect it's not a significant issue.
How about adopting?
No, I don't know that.
Why not? I thought you liked adoption.
Me?
Yeah,
I do like adoption when there's a compelling reason for it.
I would be compelled to say that this is compelling.
It's risky. I mean, having bipolar.
Well, everyone in the family's bipolar, and there's schizophrenia on her side. His thing's bipolar. They're bipolar. Now, listen, if you're gambling, you're going to say the kid's going to be bipolar.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll have medications. I mean, they have medications now, but, maybe 15 years from now when the kid's in junior high or high school. But I don't know. How tough is it to raise a bipolar kid? How bad is being bipolar?
It can
Well,
be.
it was pretty rough to raise me.
It can be really mild, or it can be real severe.
Yeah, we're both pretty severe, and I was wondering if I'm on Depakote because I have seizures as well.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know if that would affect the child at all.
Oh boy, I have to look it up. To tell you the truth.
Here's what I'm saying.
Depakote is a
Yes.
liver toxic medication.
Absolutely, 100%. You're 21 years old. Please. How old is he?
He's 19, but we weren't planning on for at least 5 years or so.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Well, listen. Here's what you do. You have 5 years, many libraries, and much internet access to research this topic.
Okay.
And get your answer. Be satisfied with it. And I would always leave open adoption. Okay. If you're, you're convinced that you're going to give birth to someone who's severely bipolar. But it's good that you're doing the research, and I'm glad that you're not having the kids now.
You're thinking about it.
We didn't want to name him Charles Manson right off the bat to warn people,
Yeah, and by the way, in my new government, my plan for the people.
It's our plan.
Our plan, yeah. Under my new rule, my law, if Jody and her husband, who were very aware of their bipolar disease and their family's history of bipolar, gave birth to a bipolar child who, at age of 14, had went off track a little and took out one of the neighbor kids or something like that, they'd be doing time.
Parents.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. They knew exactly what they were doing. I want parents to become accountable.
Yeah, you're right.
Anything your kid does beneath. Here's how I do it. Here's the breakdown and the new our plan. It's a little inside joke there. Anything your kid does from 0 to the age of 13, you will match you with the sentence. If your kid kills another kid at age 12 and a half, 11, and he's getting life, then you're getting life. From age 13 to age 18, we give you half.
Double.
No,
it's hard to contain those kids.
No,
we really got to motivate the parents.
No, I'm going to give him half because the kid's 17, he goes out and does something. You're not going to do it. So, meaning if your 16-year-old goes out and kills somebody, and we give them 40 years, we give you 20, and then after 18. We don't give you any time, but you have to go to work for the post office or something. I haven't really worked out the other part. Okay. Is this genius, Drew?
Genius.
Thank you. Tony.
Hey.
You're 20.
Yeah, okay. Me and my wife are trying to have a kid. And she took out the Norplan on the 20th of October, and she had her period. And then for 3 days, and it stopped. Then, 2 days later, she had it again. And now she's a month and a half, about a month and 2 weeks late. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Okay. She's 2 weeks late, okay?
Yeah.
And we took pregnancy tests, and she comes out negative all the time. So because we took about 4 of them. Not right in a row, like...
Right.
Okay,
well, there's a couple of things. First, it's only been 2 weeks since her period. And the test takes 2 weeks to turn positive, number one. And number two, it's not uncommon for women to have a lot of menstrual irregularities after they get off the pill or the Norplan. Normal.
Okay, so she...
Doesn't necessarily mean she's pregnant. It means she's just reestablished her normal cycling after having come off Norplan.
How old is she, Tony?
She's 20 also.
Why are you guys pushing so hard for kids?
Okay, look at...
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm 20 right now.
Right.
That means because we have 2 right now.
You have 2 kids?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
All right, hold on. Let me talk a little more about my plan. Under my plan... Wait, I'm going to get back to Tony. If Tony makes yes... and I'm going to work out a whole special salute for people to greet me. Under my plan, unless Tony is making more than $125,000 a year, his genitalia would be collected until his youngest became at least 10 years of age, or
the income came up.
The income went up.
He could earn his genitalia back.
More again. Tony?
Yes.
How much you making a year?
I'm making about 3,000. No, wait. I'm making about 34,000.
34,000?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tony.
No. Hey, look. This is my plan right here. Okay, I can have kids now young, and I could still be young when they have grandkids. I could spend time with my grandkids and play with them too, still being young and watching their kids grow up too.
Tony? Right. They're going to be. You know what? Do you have a girl?
I have one girl.
How old is she now?
She's 2.
She's 2? You'll have your first grandkid in 11 years.
What?
Yeah, I just did the math.
No.
She's going to be pregnant at 13.
No.
Oh, yes.
Well, that could be, but...
If you follow your logic, Tony, the younger that somebody gets pregnant, the better off it is, so you can play with the kids. Parenting is not a job of playing or enjoying. It's a tough job.
Well, no, I know.
Where you have to do a lot of unpleasant work, and you're not the buddy, and you're not the playmate. You're somebody there to raise a member of society, a full and complete human being.
Or you do what Drew does, which is pay somebody to raise them. But either way, you're responsible, right, Drew?
That's right. But as grandkids, I could play with them, and it's up to my kids to take
Tony,
care of them.
if you do not raise complete humans, they too will raise the children. I mean, we've got to be able to parent properly in this country, and very few people do it. It is a tremendously time-consuming and difficult project, and it's not about playing with children.
Tony, you have a boy and a girl?
Yes.
Oh, boy. Look at you. You're 20. Your wife is, what did you say, 19?
20.
20. You already have one boy and one girl at the age of 20. That seems to me like a huge undertaking. I don't even have a dog because I'm frightened of the responsibility, and I'm 33 years old. Mm-hmm. I mean, that seems like more than enough, and should bring you more than enough happiness and satisfaction. And it is, Lord knows, it's a great enough challenge.
But think of the bizarre logic. I want to have kids when I'm 19, so when they have grandkids, I can play with them. I mean, that's bizarre. He's skipping right past the kids and going on to the grandkids. I mean, we're talking about...
Look at your kids as your grandkids.
There you go.
Put a gray beard on and a cardigan sweater that smells of mothballs, and try to enjoy your kids. Now.
I mean, that's bizarre thinking.
Again, if I was in
your plan, you'd have to take care of that. You have to create forces that
forget
move
about
people
forces.
In better
I will have.
You understand those kids are just
trying to think of a euphemism for a hit squad, but I will have guys dressed in Hawaiian shirts, pork pie hats, and sunglasses who just go from house to house with silencers on semi-automatic weapons, and we'll just put people down. That'll be it. That's going to be. It will be the weed without the seed. See, that's the big problem with the weed and seed program. The seed is the part. I just want a weed. Make more room for me. All right, Tony, that's enough with the kids. Get her back on that damn Norplan. Geez, the government needs to intercede here. Does it not, Drew?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be back.
People of Earth, we were going to help you. Yeah, we were. But you don't need our help. No, you don't. You have LoveLine, and you're a bunch of sickos.
again.
Hey, LoveLine. I'm good. Phone number, LoveLine. 1-800-LOV-191. All right, we left off LoveLine. We're down to Ben. Ben is 26 years old, and we had a little attitude problem from Ben last time.
It wasn't attitude. It just wasn't...
He wasn't getting with the program.
Yeah.
Right.
It was defensive.
Is that what that is? A lot of people call the show, act like we're just,
We talked to him.
just like we're chatting it up at home or something.
He's okay now.
Okay. Hey, Ben.
Hello.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right, buddy. All right, so you moved to Tucson. You left a relationship back in Chicago. Your girlfriend is coming to visit you in Tucson, and you're feeling pretty insecure about the relationship.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. And she thinks...
Why did you flee Chicago?
Okay. There was this person that I was really close to about 2 years ago. And nothing ever happened, but we seemed to be hitting her off, and she told me she had a boyfriend, and she kind of, led on a little bit more, she gave me a kiss that was a little bit more than a goodnight kiss.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got a plan with Tucson.
Then I found a new girlfriend shortly after I got into a car accident. And her name, well, actually, that doesn't matter. She and I were very happy together for a while. And one day after we went to the city to go see a show, I found out that this person that I had never been able to share my feelings with, because when she gave me the kiss and she told me she had a boyfriend, I pulled away, and I thought that, I really believe in, in that thing. I mean, she had a boyfriend. There's nothing I could do about that.
I'm already confused.
Yeah, I'm done.
About? Okay, the other girlfriend, we got back to my hometown, and then
Hold on a second.
that she had died in a car accident.
Oh, now there's... Okay. Now we're talking.
Well, it's not very easy to talk about this.
Which one was this now? Were there two of them?
Well,
this is the one with the boyfriend?
The first one that I wasn't able to tell her how I really felt about her.
This is the one with the boyfriend?
Yeah.
So you never really had a very close relationship with her?
Pardon?
You never really had a very close relationship with her?
I haven't? No, not really.
Ooh, the hand was moving, boy.
I know.
Man, that hand was going right for that hold button.
I heard it.
Okay,
Listen, Ben, hold on a second. First off, let me say this. It's a tragedy when anybody, whether you're dating them or not, dies in a car crash. Now, drama queen Ben, who's at the brink of tears with every breath you take, you didn't even make love to this woman. You didn't even kiss.
Went out once.
I'm a virgin.
You went out once.
I'm a virgin.
Uh-huh. All right, Ben, let's get to the real point here. You like guys, right?
No.
A little bit? It's all right to like guys.
Muscular women, but that doesn't necessarily mean guys, does it? No. No, I've always liked strong women. Strong women's either physically or, mentally sharp. Or
Strong muscular women with penises?
No.
Okay.
No.
Ben.
What?
My dear sweet Ben, what is going on with you? What do you have a history of like mental instability or something?
No.
Little bit?
No.
What
do you do for a living, Ben? Video store.
No.
He goes to school.
Yes, I go to school. Right now I'm working for a software company.
And you're from Chicago. Your parents are in Chicago?
Correct.
Did you live
in Chicago all my life?
You lived at home until you left this last year?
Yeah, with some snags there.
What was wrong with that?
Living at home.
The snags were living at home.
Well,
that was the problem, yeah.
Stepdad. And
right.
He wanted me out and wouldn't tell me directly, but would tell my mother.
Mom more
Domineering mom?
Pardon?
Aggressive mom? Mom wore the pants in the family?
No.
No.
I just have a lot of respect for her because she took care of us when my father left, and
Okay.
you know.
All right, Ben. All right. Here's
Did
the
you blame
deal.
her for your father leaving?
No.
All right.
It was my father's bad. It was his fault.
Ben, so you don't want to explore men at all?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not trying to force you into that lifestyle, but I am trying to leave the door open, or the back door, if you will, in case it's something that you want to explore.
You're talking strictly sexual.
Well, relationships, whatever.
Yeah, relationships are relationships. I wouldn't be directly opposed to that if I'd found that it's the right person.
The right guy.
Well, it does.
Or guy or girl.
Yeah.
Right. Sure. Well, I'm that way, too.
You're gay.
I just want a good person. I don't care if they're, I don't care if the guy's, if it's Tom or Sharon. It doesn't matter to me. I just want a good person myself. So, why are you a virgin?
Why am I virgin? By choice.
Oh.
I just want it to be special when it does happen.
Okay. All right. All right. Listen, Ben. I'm on a serious note. I'm feeling a lot of energy come out of you, and it's chocked full of emotion.
Conflict. Yeah.
Conflict. You seem like someone who's. Would you use the word at ease when you described Ben?
Hardly.
No. So Ben, there's a lot of issues. It's not really about your girlfriend coming out to visit you from Chicago. It's more about a lot of unresolved feelings and you being sort of, it seems to me to be a little ambivalent sexually. And
I think he's got some significant negative feelings directed at women, and I think because of that, he kind of blames himself for that one death in some way.
Oh, boy. Yeah, Ben's... All right, anyway, Victoria.
Hello.
You're 25.
Yes.
What's going on?
Poor Ben. I feel
I would
sorry
like
for the guy.
to-
Don't you feel sorry for him?
You feel sorry for Ben? Yeah, I do.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I just want to say, Adam, that
hang
you're
on.
awesome.
Well, hey, Drew, don't step on that.
I really want to step on it. What did we help Ben?
No, we didn't help Ben.
So we're just telling him don't focus on the superficial issues he's preoccupied about. Get in and really get honest with himself about what's really going on here. What he's really
we're
avoiding.
telling Ben
he's
is...
avoiding all kinds of stuff to the point that he did a geographic and moved across the map. So stop moving, stop shucking and jiving, and get down and deal with what's really troubling him. Get more honest.
Get honest.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, Victoria?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You were telling me I was what?
You're awesome.
Yes.
Very, very awesome.
Oh, thank you. And what are some of the things you like about me?
Oh, just overall, your just genuineness. What?
What are you talking
excuse
about?
me. I beg your pardon. I just something caught in my throat.
I've watched the MTV LoveLine, and I've also seen you on Pictionary.
And
along
boy,
with
that
everybody
sincere performance that you.
I'm
And
quite dynamic, Victoria.
You just seem to be an all-around great guy, and I just want to
Thank you.
say that. And I think that Dr. Drew, you're also very awesome, and you're actually very, very gorgeous. I would just like to say.
Who, Drew?
Yeah.
You know, I scored higher on the personal rating system.
Yeah,
than
I'm
Drew.
thinking it might be the glasses. If you try wearing glasses like Dr. Drew, maybe...
I've changed mine, so you can have yours.
Anything to mask that big brow of mine. All right, Victoria, what's going on? You know, if I don't pluck in between my eyebrows, I have one big brow.
Like
That's
Bert?
beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see.
Bert. Bert and Ernie.
See, I'm calling because I don't really approve of my friend's relationship. She's also my age. She's 25, and she's going out with a guy who has just turned 17.
Mm-hmm.
What's that all about?
When she first met him, she thought he was older.
Well, in my experience with women that do this, they usually were pretty beaten up by guys their own age, and they're afraid of them, and so they look at these young guys as sort of playthings, non-threatening. They don't really look at them as real relationships.
Uh-huh.
Is that what's happening with her?
Well, to be honest, I don't know that much about him.
All right, well, that's enough then.
You're the one being affected by the full moon tonight.
Listen, I don't want any of these third party. I got a friend who's dating a guy who's 7 years younger than. Well, do you think? Now it's all speculation.
Yeah, right.
But do you think she thought that maybe he was older? It's hard to tell. I think what she was thinking was at the time
that he thought
that she was younger and that it possibly is older. Well, do you think that she'd been abused by older guys? There's a possibility, but I'm not sure what she was thinking when the guys were abused. It's like, okay, for Christ's sake.
All
right, Victoria, you're very sweet. We thank you for the compliments, but unless you're dating a guy significantly younger, not interested. What? We gotta go to break. What, you gotta make a phone call?
No, I just this was one you don't. Do you want to get into that?
Well, let me just sell this, Carl.
Yes, sir.
He was on the speakerphone. There, he's picking it up.
I have my audience trained like seals. Come on, bark for me.
All right.
Bark, you seal.
My ex-girlfriend.
All right, hold on, Carl. We got to go to break, but then but don't go back on speakerphone.
I'm not.
We're gonna go to break. It's gonna be about 4 minutes. We're gonna come back. We'll get all into it with you. All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you. We'll be back.
Here's LoveLine before deworming. Here's LoveLine after getting fixed. Here's LoveLine chewing out its stitches. Here's LoveLine dragging its butt across the carpet. Bad LoveLine. Bad LoveLine. LoveLine has been bad, and we'll be right back.
WEBN.
Hey, this is Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue.
And this is Donna Jericho from Baywatch. And you're listening to LoveLine with Adam Carolla
And Dr. Drew.
Ooh.
Donna Jericho.
Hey, I think Donna is, she was sober last time I talked to her.
Abstinent.
I don't know if she was involved with the program or not. Drew's definition of being sober is being involved with the program, not just not drinking.
Right.
Or doing whatever it is you're doing. All right, Carl.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you're 30, and what's going on?
I just recently broke up with my girlfriend. But from what I understand, this has happened with all her other boyfriends. And when, like, I orgasm or they did, she would get sick from the smell, even when you wore a condom or not.
She would actually vomit?
No, she would just kind of freak out.
All right, so freaking out is not getting sick.
Well, she said she felt sick.
She felt sick like when you see a car accident, though, not like when you've eaten some bad turkey.
Right.
Just go by what she said.
All right, so what happened to her to make her so disturbed about this phenomenon?
No idea.
You ever asked her?
I have asked her. She said she has talked with a psychiatrist about it and stuff, and no help.
But that's your ex-girlfriend?
Yeah.
Did she have other problems other than getting sick at the sight of semen?
A little chaotic?
No, she's just, in a way, you know, the reason we broke up is she said I smothered her.
With a pillow or emotionally?
I guess emotionally.
I see.
And what was the relationship like?
Pardon?
What was the relationship like? Why were you so controlling with her?
I wasn't. I was just in the way of wanting to be with her. Not controlling her, not in that way.
All right.
It was just...
She felt smothered by you even though you weren't smothering her.
Well, yeah, I never knew what I was smothering her.
Yeah, this is linked to the semen allergy.
Well, she got to the point where she started losing interest in sex. You know, it was...
If I was a betting man, I'd say that somebody got to her at a young age and did something that wasn't kind.
I would agree.
Okay.
All right.
Kind of seem that, yeah. I'm kind of going that way. But anyway, Carl.
Mhm.
You're not with her anymore.
Unfortunately, no.
All right. Now you do what I do on your next date. You bring a semen sample.
And a little snifter,
little snifter, like like when they, like when they,
maybe a little breakable capsule, like an ammonia capsule.
No, I do like what they do at the department stores. The women that give you the little perfume samples.
Yes.
Yeah, I put it.
What's the label on the side?
Jizz. For a woman or a man, hopefully for a woman. That's what it says right in the bottom, at the bottom in parentheses. Hopefully for a woman. Yeah, and I put it in a little atomizer, and I just right onto them. I'll do it right on the salad. See if they have any reaction to it. Like when you go to a what do they call those guys? Allergist. Yeah. And they take the little pin pricks and they give little samples. They have grass, they have chocolate, they have Adam's sperm, they have cat dander, and they just see how you react to it. I'll either let them sniff it or rub a little on their arm. And if before I go out, I'll put a little dab on my finger and put it behind my ear, just to give that smell of sex. Yeah. All right, Carl, stop dating crazy women. Michelle.
Hey.
Hey, you're 31.
I'm 31. How are you doing?
Good.
Okay, this is my question. This is my situation. I feel that I have a great personality. I'm a really fun person, but I am never, ever approached by men.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
Mm-hmm. How much you weigh?
105.
105, and you're 3'2"?
No, I'm 5'5".
5'5", 105?
Mm-hmm.
Geez, you're light. Right?
I'm a little on the small side.
I like that.
Oh, okay.
And so you're cute?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to toot my own thing, but yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm attractive.
Why is it that men don't approach you?
I have no idea. And I have I'm not someone who's all stuffy and arrogant and...
Has it always been that way, or is it something that's happened recently?
No, it has always been that way. And I can talk to my friends, guy friends that I know, and we'll all be talking about something, and I'll be like, oh, I never get approached. And they can't believe it, but it's true.
Have you ever had a long-term boyfriend?
Mm-hmm. But going out with somebody and meeting someone, and it's like, you got to hit them over the head with like a block of wood and say, hey, ask me out sometime.
Well, it is true that for some reason some people just seem to be more successful in this
being approached
in this realm, and sometimes they're like intangibles. I don't know. It's not necessarily all about looks, although that helps. It's not about personality, but that helps. It's sort of a collection of things, wouldn't you think?
I mean, it doesn't pertain to her situation, but I know that people almost never come up to me unless I'm with you.
Oh, really? Yeah. Really? They don't?
Not just I'm apparently not approachable. But when I'm with you, it's like, it's weird.
Hey, Michelle.
Yeah.
Do you have a mustache? No.
No.
What do you do for a living?
No mustache. I work in retail.
Mm-hmm. And do you work around guys?
Yeah.
And none of those guys ever approach you?
No, not like that. Not to ask me out or something.
You're putting out something that suggests to guys.
They say, okay, maybe it's like maybe they're intimidated.
Yeah, but you're putting out something to make guys feel not comfortable or not welcome.
Maybe a sign on my forehead might help.
There's something you're putting out.
Perhaps some of my new fragrance, jizz, would help men be attracted to you.
Oh, just send it in the mail.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get
don't think
I
that
got a paper cut last time I tried that.
It's just that they just will not, like I can see somebody I'm attracted to, and I can flirt like crazy, and, date them, but it's them coming up to me.
All right, well, let's just do a little LoveLine role-playing here for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
What kind of retail do you work in?
Clothing.
Clothing, okay. People don't like to say they work at a clothes store. Always get that same answer, retail.
It's a retail thing.
Yeah, they hate to say, I work over at a clothes store.
Well,
Where's the shame in that? Okay.
Okay, I work in a clothing store.
You work in a clothing store. Is it an upscale place? No, not really. Okay.
It's more of like it's a place in an entertainment center.
Okay. It's in a giant vagina? I didn't get that. What was that? All right, Michelle, let's just say I walked in.
Okay.
You're interested in me, and maybe I'm interested in you.
Well, now you're walking into my work.
Okay, I'm coming into work.
You're supposed to be professional here.
Shush up. We're way beyond that. You're 31. You need a man. All right, I've just walked in. I'm browsing around.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I would just talk to you. What are you doing? How do you like this place?
Listen,
I mean, without saying where I work, it would be more about.
Hold on, Michelle. We're doing role playing. We're not doing the color commentary for a role playing situation. We are the roles. Okay, ready?
Okay.
I've walked in. I'm looking around.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, good.
So, how do you like this place? Is it your first time here?
Yes, it's very nice.
It's pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's insane.
So you don't know where I work, so it just...
Just go ahead. Just come on. Keep going.
I don't know. I mean...
Go. Come on.
You'd have to be looking at something.
I'm looking. Hey, well, look at these dockers here.
These dockers.
These are nice. I could see myself in something like this.
Oh, could you now?
Are these popular?
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to be attractive to the ladies.
Well, then you might not want to go with those dockers.
All right. Well, what do you have?
How about the jeans?
Yeah, denim.
Or, you could do an Armani suit. That would be even better.
That's nice. Money's no object.
No.
Anything over $60, though, is a red flag. Gee, what's your name?
Michelle.
You seem real nice.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
All right, you're a mess, Michelle. Please listen to you.
Up.
You're an absolute mess. No wonder these guys aren't asking out.
Yeah.
All right, you got to learn to relax a little.
Well,
All right, you've had a successful relationship before?
Well, it's obviously not successful if it's over, but
well, it went on for a little while.
It worked. It was happy.
No trauma at home?
No, I had a great life.
Eating disorder?
An eating disorder? When I was young.
Yeah, bad breath. Drew's right.
I've got it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Drew.
Ballet at age 3?
Pardon me? Ballet at age 3? No.
It's that quality thing going on here.
Gymnastics?
The deal is, the reason you felt...
No, but when I was young, when I was a teenager, I had an eating disorder. But
the reason she was so uncomfortable, so difficult to communicate with, is that she does not have a full sense of herself. And so she doesn't. What she's looking for is she's all over the place, and she can't even be present in a relationship in any kind of genuine way. And so she's fearful and looking for superficialities, and really doesn't know what the hell she wants. And
wonderful background. I just had an eating disorder.
Just had by my perfect family.
Right.
And it's those kinds of parents that sort of project perfection and in fact intrude on the kids and don't allow them to develop emotionally at all.
Right. All right. There you go, Sarah. Little therapy, and you'll find a man probably on the way out. I'd probably start dating the therapist. Sharon?
Hi.
You're 33.
Yes.
What's going on with you, old timer?
Well, I have this major problem to me.
Okay, we got about a minute and a half. Go ahead.
Okay.
Jeez.
I love my husband, but I think I want a divorce.
Why?
I don't know. I want to, but then when I think about it, I don't want to.
Are you depressed?
No.
How long have you been with him?
13 years.
You have any kids?
3.
And all of a sudden you want a divorce?
Not all of a sudden. It's been going on for a while.
Why do you want a divorce?
I don't know. He's a great guy. He's good to the kids. He's good to me.
Too good?
He's a hard worker. I mean...
You need a little more action in your life, perhaps? A little more thrill, a little more intrigue?
A little more chaos?
Yeah.
You watch a lot of daytime TV?
No. I work second shift. I work with a lot of people. I work with a lot of guys.
Is there another guy?
There has been, but it didn't mean anything.
Hey, I'm going to use that one. Those 8 guys I was with, honey? Actually, let's make them girls.
They didn't mean
anything.
Thanks,
Drew. Didn't mean a thing.
Well, it did, but, I mean, it just happened. I mean...
No, things don't just happen.
Well, no, we planned it. I mean...
Yeah, it just happened. You both...
We just happened to plan it.
Yeah, you synchronized your watches. You went to the Hi-Ho Motel under aliases and during noon and rented a car so no one would recognize your car parked there. It just happened.
You wasn't there, was you?
Right.
Well, no, see, I mean,
Why don't you?
Really got me confused.
On behalf of your children, why don't you guys get some couples work, couples therapy, and to figure out what the hell's the matter with this relationship and salvage this marriage? I mean, going out with multiple different guys, trying to escape, trying to find ways of injecting the kind of chaos you seem to need into your relationships is not going to help your kids, not going to find happiness for you. It's going to bring misery on everybody. On behalf of your kids, try to bring some health into this relationship.
Yeah, and
crying out loud doesn't. I mean, the kids are what matter here anyway. I'm about to get very angry. I don't have time for it.
Hurry, go, girl.
Look. You are an adult, your mom, you have 3 kids, 3 lives you're responsible for. On their behalf, bring some health in this relationship and put that first.
Absolutely. And, you're feeling a little unsettled, so you got to bang some guy at work.
Great.
Yeah, it's a good thing you, thank God for the sanctity of marriage. Please, put some time into the marriage. Get some therapy. Thank you.
Ernie, the world's fastest drummer for LoveLine. Hi, when I'm not drumming up a storm. What was the rest of it? LoveLine will be right back. If it's not, sue me or something. WEBN.
Suck on this. LoveLine.
All of my most sensitive areas were inflamed.
Oh, yeah, it's a good one.
WEBN. This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed herein are certainly opinions, that's for sure. If you'd like a written transcript of today's program, you probably should have written it down yourself. And if you did, we'd like a copy. LoveLine producer Ann Wilkins.
This broadcast was copyright 1997 Westwood One Entertainment. This music is MXPX on Tooth and Nail Records.
Sit, Obo. Obo, stop dragging your butt across the carpet.